Hey projection team, here's a short video in which I want to show you a few changes for this coming weekend. If you're serving, go ahead and watch this. If not, this may be information that is relevant to you, but it may also change for your particular weekend. And these are not big changes, just things I want to bring to your attention. First of all, we are going to do a pre-service song this weekend, so Good Grace will come before the end of the countdown, and in order to accommodate that and accommodate the lower thirds and everything, I want to show you a change that I've done. So take a look at the multi-viewer up here. You can kind of see what's going to happen. Of course, you have the main output up here, and you have Tom's display. And as always, make sure you're clicking on the disabled slide that says Start Announcements. That just triggers a bunch of things behind the under the hood there. Other thing you need to do is come down to the countdown timer section and hit Start Countdown Timer. Now you'll notice the countdown timer is running here on Tom's display, but if I go back up to the main display here, you'll see it's running up here in the top right, and the reason for that is so that it doesn't cover the lower thirds whenever we go into our first song. So coming out of that, let me go back to the multi-viewer here. What you need to do in order to go into the first song, don't hit clear all this weekend. Let me repeat that. Do not hit the clear all button this weekend as we go into that first song. All you got to do is just hit the first slide, and that will take you into, let me hit that again, hit the first slide, and that will take you into the song. That changes the output, and that goes into Tom's countdown, takes away the countdown timer on Tom's display, I should say. Now you'll see there was a really long fade on there, and that's just to kind of match up this change of Tom's display with the change of the lighting. Don't worry about that. It's a 5-second fade. Okay, so if I go back up to the main screen here, you'll see the countdown timer still running, and now you can also run your lyrics at the bottom. So in the black, you'll see the main video, you'll see the video from the switcher, and then you'll also have this countdown timer and the lower thirds running up top. Okay, so then everything else after that is pretty straightforward. Whenever you get to welcome and greeting, you can just hit the button there, and that'll take you back to your regular setup. So nothing you need to do to clear anything out there. You'll see the countdown timer. Once it gets to 0, it'll stay at 0. No big deal. Once you get ready for the next service, once you hit clear all and get ready for the next service and you hit welcome and you start the countdown timer again, it automatically resets, so don't have to worry about that. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, the second thing you need to know about, it's down here in the message spot. Now, for this weekend, we had some issues on the PM slides last weekend with there being a big delay, and we think that was due to an abnormal file size, or I should say an abnormally large file size for the PM slides, and had our creative team correct that this week, and I think everything should be good. To start the message, of course, you're going to just click Start Message, and now you can run your lower third name slides if you want to. Just a note on those lower third name slides, don't run those on Saturday night. These are just for Sunday morning. Saturday night, I'm going to work on putting together some full screen animated name slides that you can run up there for Saturday night. But for Sunday morning, just run these Sunday morning. Okay, after that, now your slide set's much smaller as far as the scriptures are concerned, and you can just run those as is. As you've done in the past. I tried to put some color and label those a little better so it was easier to bounce back and forth. The main thing you need to know for this weekend, once you get down to Tom's display and the sub points down here, or I should say the main points, points are going to be just the same, just like we've done in the past. But now for the map, so we've got this section here that's a map. We have this slide right here that's a book of the list of like the first few books in the New Testament, and then we have a list here of the fruit of the Spirit. These are actually short videos, and they are short little animated videos, and let me show you what that's going to look like. Let's start here with the maps. First of all, with the maps, Tom wants to show how the early church spread through the Middle East with the missionary journeys of Paul and the apostles. And so he wants the map to zoom in and to show Jerusalem here, zoom out just a bit, show Galatia, and then kind of move over a bit and show Ephesus. So this is what this is going to look like, and you have to do this in order, and let me show you why. First of all, once you click on the first slide, you'll see it zooms in here on Jerusalem. I'm looking up here in the top right. Zoom in on Jerusalem, and then once you hit the second slide, though it is a different video, it picks up right where this map is, and it'll zoom out and move up to Galatia, and then finally it goes over to Ephesus. So you don't want to move backwards through here, because then you get things out of order. The concept here is that you would click on the slide, it would zoom in, show Jerusalem, zoom out, move up, show Galatia, and move over and show Ephesus. So I'm going to talk Tom through all of this just to make sure he doesn't say to you, hey, go back a slide just for a moment. This does need to happen in a sequential order, and I think it makes sense why. The next thing here are the books of the Bible. This is very simple, but it's just a little short animation that rolls in all of the books of the Bible. I should also say these slides are set to hold the last frame until they're cleared. Then come back over here, and now you've got the fruit of the Spirit, which come in the exact same way. And then this final slide, it's just a graphic, it's just a map. And all of this, as I said, will show up on Tom's display. In fact, let me just pull up Tom's display, the shot for that really quickly here, so you can see how that works again. So slide number 1 of the map, once he says, and then it's spread to Galatia, and then to Ephesus. He just wanted a nice, clean, simple looking map that didn't have a lot of topography and identifiable other identifiable cities and things like that. He just wanted something clean and simple, and so that's what we've put together for him. And here are the books of the Bible, and finally here are the fruit of the Spirit. So that's all you got to know for this weekend as far as changes. Those were big ones that could cause some confusion, so I just wanted to present those to you and make sure you felt comfortable with what's going to happen this weekend. Let me know if you have any questions.